It should be designated a state sponsor of terrorism, period. And if Asim Munir comes to the United States, he should be arrested as opposed to honored. Much like Manuel Noriega was in Panama so many years ago. Well, you know, what we're seeing with Donald Trump is the equivalent of a stress test in a bank to see whether the bank is able to withstand a crisis. Donald Trump is that crisis. And it's a crisis solely of America's own making. There is no strategic logic for the United States embracing Pakistan. It should not be a major non-NATO ally. It should be designated a state sponsor of terrorism, period. And if Asim Munir comes to the United States, he should be arrested as opposed to honored. Much like Manuel Noriega was in Panama so many years ago. So the fact of the matter is, what we need is the quiet diplomacy behind the scenes. And perhaps at some point, a more vocal apology on the part of the United States for the way we have treated India over the past year. You know, President Donald Trump doesn't like to apologize. But the interests of the United States, and I would argue that the interests of world democracies, are much more important than one man's ego, no matter how inflated it is. We also need to recognize that while India may be celebrating its relations with Russia once again, that the future of Russia is uncertain. The Russian population is in decline. The Russian economy is in decline. And when Vladimir Putin passes away, it's not clear what is going to happen to Russia. That means that China continues to be the biggest threat to face not only India, but also the United States, and frankly, in the future, Russia as well. And therefore, no matter what the dispute that we now see between the United States and Russia, between the United States and India, it's important that all those countries that are threatened by Russia, that all those countries that are threatened by China are able and willing to recognize that threat and not let China triumph by our own squabbling.